This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of John versus Willette. You all have been together for 5 years and engaged for 4 years.
Yeah.
Miss John, why have you brought your fiancé to court today?
I brought him here today because I feel that he's cheating on me. He's extra friendly with people in the neighborhood.
Mr. Cutler's extra friendly with our neighbors, so what does that mean? Do I need to be worried? Do I need to be eyeballing something? Tell me what that means.
He just goes out of his way to help them do stuff to their yard. If they're working on their car, he goes out of his way to help them do that. Just goes out of his way to help them.
Okay.
You believe it's beyond just friendly?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
do.
she's thinking. She's thinking that. You know,
But
so I feel like it's all a cover-up for what she's doing, so.
Yeah, but it ain't about me.
Well, Mr. Willette, in terms of what you're doing, are you a friendly person?
Of course, I'm always friendly.
Do you go out of your way to help your neighbors?
Of course I do. Every day. I try to make everybody happy, especially her.
So-
You know?
all right.
He's Mr. Rogers.
That's probably... Are you cheating?
She can accuse me all day, but I'm not cheating. That's what I want to tell her, but she don't believe me.
There's too much
I'm
sneaky
too
stuff
faithful.
going on.
If I wanted to cheat on somebody, I would be single. There'd be no reason for me to even be in a relationship.
So you believe she's doing this to deflect about what she may be doing?
It's a guilty conscience. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, I mean, because he's a friendly person, that must be one of the things that attracted you to him.
Yeah, it was one of the things, but the extra stuff, and then like he won't ever
What's the
leave
extra
his cell phone alone. He takes it in the shower with him. He sleeps with it next to his head. If I ask to look at it, he takes it and then gives it to me 15 minutes later. So I never get to touch it.
Okay, so you all have been together for 5 years.
Yes.
You've been engaged for 4 years. What was the first sign that something went wrong?
It was probably about 3 months ago. He started working, and he'll tell me he's working an overnight shift. It's just him and a guy working. When I pick him up in the morning, it's him and a female working. His excuse is a schedule change, but it's always something.
But I'm always working.
Okay, so...
What can I do at work?
The nights that there's a female coworker, I'll text him. I don't get a text back. It's just if it's a male coworker, he'll text right back all night, back and forth. If it's a female, I barely get texted all night while he's working.
Okay, so something in your gut is telling you, making you say, huh.
Are you not responsive when you have a female coworker?
I'm responsive when I get a chance to. I'm working. I can't just pick up the phone whenever. What if I have a customer and she texts me at that time, but I'm helping out 2-3 different
It's
customers?
just a
How can
little
I pick up the phone and
convenient
text
when
back?
it's a
Makes no sense.
girl, he's not
Okay.
texting back.
Well, here's the thing, Mr. Willette, I'm gonna let you in on a secret, okay? Women detect patterns.
Ah, he's speaking truth.
They detect them very quickly. And the pattern is when there's a female coworker, you aren't texting back as frequently as when there's a male coworker. You probably don't even know it.
Probably.
Women pick up on that, I'm telling you. If you don't get anything else from today, get that. Women pick up on patterns.
So, Mr. Cutler, you paying attention?
I'm paying attention.
I'm gonna have to switch it up because you didn't learn
I figured it out now, yeah.
Okay, Miss John, we've got the failing to text. You got him as Mr. Friendly of the neighborhood. What else do you have?
But you got proof.
There will be money missing out of our joint bank account, just like $5 or $10 here or there. And when I ask him where it went, he'll say he bought cigarettes or something to that nature.
Smoker.
But he just bought cigarettes like an hour before that.
Where do you think he's taking a woman for $5 and $10?
On the dollar
Oh,
menu?
wait a minute. On the regular, not just here and there. But
I don't think necessarily he's taking them out, maybe letting them borrow money or, grabbing them a drink or something. That's our money. We work hard for it, so it shouldn't be spent on no other female. Period.
All right.
It don't matter how much it is.
All right, so Mr. Willette, you think all of this is just her deflecting?
Exactly what it is. I had this gut feeling that just something in my gut is telling me it's a guilty conscience. That's the reason why she's trying to accuse me for something so she can cover up what she's trying to cover up with.
So what do you think she's deflecting?
I don't know. I'm thinking, she's kind of extra close with my roommate, and extra close. They'd be gone for hours at a time, like literally hours at a time. I'm going to the store to get milk. They'd be gone for 2 hours. One day they went out to get milk. 2 hours goes by, 3 hours goes by, 4 hours. 11 hours later, they come back.
So you
They had to go to
Wait.
Jacksonville to go feed their mom's cat.
Okay, wait.
11 hours it takes.
So you think she's cheating with your roommate?
I have a gut feeling.
So Cutler, we have her side, we have his side. Now we need the roommate side.
Okay. All right.
That roommate is here. Ron, would you escort her into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean.
Would you please state your name for the court?
Stacey Herrera.
All right. Miss Herrera, now how do you know Miss John?
My roommate?
All right, and you're also roommates with Mr. Willette.
Yes.
How long have you been living together?
Between 4 to 5 months.
All right, so what do you know about Miss John's and Mr. Willette's relationship? Do you believe he's cheating?
There's points I do.
Okay, why do you believe that?
He's out, he'll go somewhere and say he's going one place, and then we'll run into him, and he's like, oh, well, I'm just coming back from getting this, and he's empty-handed.
So that makes you think that he is cheating?
Yeah, I mean, it's secretive, and it's just something that shouldn't be like, oh, well, his friend says this, and then he says something else.
It just don't make no sense to me. That makes no sense to me either.
Mr. Willette, did this occur that you were going for a friend and didn't come back with the items?
No. It didn't even go down like that.
But they could be covering up for wherever you're really going.
They don't
That's
want to
what you're covering. You guys are covering up something for what y'all are doing, trying to blame me. She's obviously doing something with her. They're always together. For hours at a time, they're gone. What do I know? They're texting each other in the same room.
So you believe these two are sexually involved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait,
Okay.
I actually
wait.
found.
you believe that your fiance and your roommate are
Miss
involved with
Herrera.
each other?
Yes.
Why do you
Sexually.
believe that?
I found a pair of her panties on my bedroom floor. What are they doing on my bedroom floor?
live
She don't.
together.
She
we
does
do
our
our
laundry
laundry together.
But
Hold
you
on,
don't
hold
do our laundries are separate.
Okay, wait. Whose panties?
Miss Herrera's.
You
What are
found-
they doing? What are they doing in my room? On my bedroom floor? If they got mixed up in the laundry, why are they on the floor and not in the laundry?
Okay, so did he find a pair of your panties in the bedroom?
He did.
Why?
Okay, can you explain
Why?
to
You
me
said-
why
yeah,
your
exactly.
panties are in his
Why?
room?
She does laundry. Sometimes it'll get mixed up in the washer and the dryer. I mean, there's a total of 3 of us living there, along with my 2 kids. It's an easy
The
mix-up.
laundry gets put everywhere.
Well,
Ms.
that makes
Herrera,
no sense.
what is the nature of you all's relationship?
We're friends.
Are you more than friends?
No.
So basically, Miss John and Mr. Willette, this is a relationship completely devoid of trust. Is that a safe statement?
Yeah.
Yes.
At this moment.
5-year relationship and no trust. 4 years of engagement and no trust.
All right. Because we've had these allegations, the court has ordered a forensic analysis on both of your cell phones. And we have the results. At this time, the court will call cybersecurity expert Mr. Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean. Mr. Evans. Yes. All right, sir.
All right.
How are you, Mr. Evans?
I'm doing great. Yourselves?
Good to see you again.
All right. Now, Mr. Evans.
Yes.
She believes that he, erases information from his phone. Right. And so with a forensic examination, you can recover deleted information, correct?
I can recover deleted text messages, emails, pictures, videos, anything that's stored on a person's phone can be recovered.
So you were given both the plaintiff's and the defendant's phone for analysis, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What did you find?
Well, I gotta put my glasses on for this one. All right, well, let's start with the first one. What I found was this message here from Miss John.
Okay. It says, I just want to be able to make you happy as your girlfriend, your wife, your best friend, and especially make you happy and satisfy you in the bedroom. Right.
You're telling him, I want to be the best woman to you that I can be.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Great. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's what I got into this relationship for, is to, you know what I'm saying, make 100% of us together, you know?
And when you
No
got this
secret,
text
no
message,
lies. I'm sorry?
when you got this text message, you smiled?
Of course I did.
Did you find anything else, Mr. Evans?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. This one is of Mr. Willette. I don't know if he has aspirations of being a model or get a sock contract.
Well,
Okay.
do tell. Let me explain this to the court. Mr. Willette, I'm seeing more of you than I ever wanted. And you seem to be...
Laying in a reclining position with no clothes on except for a sock.
in a...
But the sock is not on your foot. Okay?
Size 8.
You understand what it looks like.
Oh, I know that picture.
Oh,
All right? And
who was this photo for? Who did
No,
this?
she actually took it.
So this was for you. Adult play.
Supposedly for me.
All right. Can you tell whether this was sent to any other women?
I did check for that. I did not see it was sent to any other woman except for her.
All right. Did you find any evidence that suggests either party might be cheating?
Okay, now, this is what I do have for you here, Your Honor.
So this is a text message from Miss John to Mr. Willette
Correct.
at 2:19 a.m. And it says, I am your wife and I want you home. Where the blank are you now? So did he respond to this text message?
He did not respond to her, but at the exact same time, he did respond to this young lady here.
So at the exact same time, she's asking, where are you? I want you home.
That's
He's
correct.
texting another woman.
That is correct.
All right. And so he says,
dang, so we can chill tonight, me and you, yes or no?
and she responds, where's Tina? Which is Miss John.
That at Housey, I'm on your steps, is his response.
Oh, you can chill for a minute, then I gotta go.
And he responds, you and me alone, laugh out loud. Okay, were you at someone else's house at 2:19 in the morning?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, another woman's house.
Yes.
Okay, what were you doing at another woman's house at 2:19 a.m.?
Well, she had owed me some money, so I was trying to be.
So you're trying to hang out?
2 o'clock in the morning.
You're trying to hang out at 2 in the morning.
You could have went to your homeboy's house. You didn't have to go to a female house.
Oh, I
Go
tried.
sit outside, go to a different room. That's
Okay,
getting away.
Dangs, so we can chill tonight, me and you. That doesn't sound like any bill collector I've ever encountered.
I know it sounds crazy, but
Okay, so Mr. Willette, here's what I'm observing. All up until now, you've been smooth. Now that we're asking you the hard questions, you fumbling all over yourself. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. Were you with another woman?
sexually, no.
Okay, so how are you feeling about what he's telling you? Are you buying any of this?
No, not at all. It's surprising, hurt, kind of a numb feeling.
After all that we've discussed today, what do you want to say to your boyfriend or your fiance?
That I want him to start being more honest, and I want to work things out and, do whatever we have to do to move forward in our relationship.
It's gonna be hard.
What do you need him to do?
I need him to come clean and let me know everything that he's done.
Well, I have a question for you. He's accused you of being in a sexual relationship with your roommate. Have you been in a sexual relationship with Ms. Herrera?
Her and I have messed around, yeah.
But it hasn't been a relationship.
But it's
Yeah,
not.
that proves everything right there. That's crazy.
So you and Miss Herrera, your roommate, have been sexually involved.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Obviously, I was going through stuff with him and the lies, and we just kind of relied
That
on
makes
each
it okay,
other.
then?
And having drinks one night, it kind of
Led to another.
led one thing to another.
Was this a one-time sexual contact, or have you been together more than once?
It's been more than once, but
That's even worse.
How often have you had contact?
I'd say less than 5.
Right. I was gonna say
Less
2
than
or
5,
3.
yeah.
When was the last time you all were together?
A month ago?
Yeah, it's been about a month.
Enough for me. I worked so damn hard for this. That makes no sense. What did I do all this for? For what?
But you suspected that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had that gut feeling. My gut feeling's always right.
And now your gut feeling has been confirmed.
Confirmed.
All right, so now that you have this information, yes, it's a hard question, but what are you going to do? Are you going to stay engaged to your fiance? You all have been together for 5 years.
I don't even know what to say. I sit down and think about this one. This is.
You all have known each other for 20 years. You recently reconnected, but you have put this relationship on hold. You put the brakes on because you think that Mr. Henry's cheating.
I know.
You know he's cheating.
I know.
That is not true, Your Honor.
All right.
That is not true.
Well, why are you here? Why have you initiated this case?
Well, Your Honor, first, I'm here today because I actually do love John, and I want to believe him, but like I said, we've been doing this for 20 years, on and off. He was supposed to be the love of my life, my first love. He was supposed to be my first. And that started out wrong. He cheated on me then. Because I didn't want to, because I didn't want to do it.
That is not true.
Anyways, every time he speaks, it makes my blood boil. I'm sorry.
This has got you riled up.
Yeah, because it's like I keep giving him chances to prove himself, and he gave me the evidence that he was cheating.
Oh, this is how she is all the time, Your
Whatever.
Honor.
And so you
All
just
the time.
can't even move this relationship forward because it's in your mind, in your head, in your heart, in your spirit.
I know.
That this man is cheating on you.
Yes, and I'm trying so hard to work this out for the sake of our children, for the sake of everything. And it's like, he don't care. He just like, okay, yeah, mm-hmm. It's not an answer to
It's not the fact that I don't care. It's the fact that every time I say something, like you say her blood boils, I can't even get my point across. I can't say her opinion without her having something to say about it, or
Because it's a
I don't
lie.
understand nothing that you're saying.
Because it's a lie.
So I just avoid. I'm a nonchalant person, so I just avoid the situation, and I'd be like, all right, agree to disagree.
But you do realize that when you just go shut down, and I understand, she's getting ready to shut down this relationship because she thinks that that's a sign you don't want to tell her what's going on in your life.
I can understand that too, but when you have no room to express yourself and everything that you're explaining to that
Oh,
person
my
is
God.
a misunderstanding, then how can you talk?
Well, Mr. Henry, we're going to give you a chance to express yourself and explain yourself today.
Don't let him lie to you. No, don't clap.
For
Don't
real,
clap for
thank
that.
you.
Please don't clap for that.
Tell us,
Don't let him lie to you, John.
is your expression that you're not cheating?
No, I'm not cheating. What I consider cheating if we're together, we stand together, and you throw my stuff out on the street or whatever, and you no longer talk to me for a month and a half.
A month?
To
Or
me,
was a day?
To me,
Okay.
a month and a half, that means
24
we're
hours.
separated. So I'm not gonna just go out and do anything. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, talk to somebody that I can talk to and kind of.
You didn't text and say put it outside on the porch?
I said put it at my friend's house.
Ms. Davis, now, I promised him he was gonna get a chance to talk today. He says
he
wait.
started
He said one of his concerns, one of his complaints, one of the problems is he can't get a word in edgewise.
Because even when I do motivate him, like the other day, he said his brother.
Okay, but
his
wait,
brother
see,
him
you
said
didn't let me get a word
he
in
was
edgewise,
down
and I'm wearing a
See,
robe.
even when I-
See, come on, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay, you all have a volatile relationship. I can see it. Your relationship is at stake. Is that true?
Yes, everything.
true? Everything's at stake.
Everything, our family, everything.
And Mr. Henry, you
I mean
understand
it.
that.
Oh, I've been understood
He don't
that.
care.
So, Ms. Davis, you said something from the very beginning. You said that there had been cheating in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that cheating in the past.
Okay, we had family fun day. We went out, took the kids, nieces and nephews, our kids, his, other kids. We all went to the park, had a good day. So then he wanted to go get away from everybody, have sex. He wanted to go get away from everybody and have quiet time. I can't just leave my
not
kids
true. That's
because
not
we
true at
have
all.
a child together. I still have other kids. So I'm like, well, why we can't stay here with the kids? Why we can't? Oh, well, I'm tired. I gotta go to work in the morning. They're gonna be making too much noise. Oh, okay. Well, you sure you just want to go lay down? Yeah, I'm not feeling good now. Anyway, some just don't sit right. So D and his, another family member went down there to the house he was at. So the other family member, B, he had to go around to the window, beat on the window.
That's a lie right there. She's
The door was double locked. Could you use your key to get in? She has a key to the same residence. She couldn't even use her key because the door is double locked. So hurry up, get to the door. Whoever was in there locked their child out. So you had another female and her baby there, but your children and our child couldn't be there because they was gonna make too much noise.
So did you find him in bed with this other woman?
No, but he was supposed to be there
not
by
at all.
himself.
And this
because
woman
the kids
was there.
gonna be too much noise.
Was there a woman in the
my
house?
God,
No,
they
there
were
wasn't a
here.
woman. This is what happened. I didn't know about the family fun day. I was at work the whole day because I was working construction.
He wasn't with us. You got hit in your stomach playing basketball and started crying. What you mean?
Miss
What-
Davis,
hold on.
Miss Davis,
What you
Miss
about?
Davis,
Wait. Just tell me what happened that day.
I was
try
at
to
work
sign.
that day, and I probably was wrong, but I wasn't no female there. I was at work that day. My son was over there spending time with his cousins. Now my ex did call her ex, could I watch her son? So why she go to work? I didn't want to tell her because I know she's a character and she's gonna think otherwise.
But you didn't want your kid, but you-
Okay, hold up.
Hold on, Miss Davis.
But I was also wrong for doing that as well. But I was trying to be nice because I do.
So the bottom line is, you were in
F
a
your
house,
kids, be nice to somebody else's kids.
Miss Davis.
That's crazy.
Miss
though.
Davis.
Miss Davis, you keep running your mouth, you will be put out and you won't have your answers. And you come a long way to get the truth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
did.
then you need to button it.
You had your ex there.
No, her son was
She
there.
dropped the son off,
Yeah,
right?
she dropped the son off and
Okay.
she went to work. At the door, gone, drop him off, gone, keep going about your
So
business.
she never came in the house. She just dropped
no,
the kid off.
No, not at all.
So there was never a woman in the house with
No,
you.
no,
A woman in the house with her kid with you.
no,
And you didn't even do Family Fun Day.
no, I was at work.
Are y'all in the same house?
He's lying. We were all together. Ask
She-
me.
So the warning signs were there. You took him back, but now you believe he's back to his cheating ways. Tell me why.
Our mutual friend we all grew up with, having drunk bingo night. We over there playing. He had some liquor courage. So he a little tipsy, and I'm like, babe, go get this, babe, go get that. Any other time, he loving Karen, rubbing feet, whatever I need, he doing it. I wouldn't care what it is.
Rubbing feet.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, babe, can't do this. So our friend hyping him up, you better put your foot down, put your foot down. He was like, I am cheating, and just left me there. Went to his mama's house that whole night. I'm there by myself, had to
That
spend the
is
night at
not
his
true.
friend's house. He left me, he didn't even come back. My friend had to come pick me up from our friend's house.
You all had an argument, and in the heat of this argument, he said, yeah, I did cheat.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't an argument. It was.
Hold, Mr.
Hold on,
Ms. Henry, same rules apply.
Okay.
Same
All
rules
right.
apply.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't an argument like basically my homeboy was bugging him up like to be strong, be a man, like, boy, put your foot down. Because everybody always sees him that I'm the stronger personality. You know, so. But opposites attract. Oh, it don't matter. Okay.
Okay, so let me make sure I got this straight. He cheated in the past, you took him back. The next thing you're telling us that makes you know that he's cheating now
He tells me.
is that you're playing drunk bingo and he pops off with, you said, some drunk courage. I think it's the word
Liquor
you
courage.
used. Liquor courage. And he said, yeah, I'm cheating, and leaves. Okay, did you admit that you were cheating, Mr. Henry?
No, every time. All right.
What did you say to her?
Nothing.
Did you leave her there?
Yes, I did.
Did you leave her there because you were arguing?
No, I went to the car to cool off because all the things she was saying was making me mad. I didn't threw up. I was drunk already, so I know I didn't say anything. And I remember the whole night like yesterday.
And were you with another woman during this time?
No.
And she believes that he was with another woman that night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have proof.
Okay. Wait, you say you have proof?
Yes, Your Honor, because once he came, I had to go to work the next day. So he was like, can I come home? Oh, you want to come home? This your home? But you
What
left
proof
and said
do you have?
He texted, but he came home. He was like, I'm not cheating. I want this to work. I want us to be forever.
Okay.
Here
Okay,
go my
okay.
phone.
All right.
He said,
Let's
here
do
go
this.
my phone. I didn't even ask for it. He said, here go my phone.
And so he had text messages?
Yes.
Do you have those text
Yes,
messages?
ma'am, I did. Here
Rob,
you go.
would you please bring
From
up-
multiple women. Multiple.
Thank you.
So you have an argument. You go through his phone. We got 2 texts here. First one, I want to blank you. I want to
Can't
blank you
spell.
too. That's why I've been trying to get you to me.
Duh.
And then this one.
She says, what you doing? He says, watching a game. Other woman, okay. Mr. Henry, can I lick you?
That's entertainment, though. That's
The
how
other
he
woman,
entertains women.
sure. Okay.
All right.
These are text messages in your phone, Mr. Henry.
Did you send these text messages? You sent these text
Yeah, I
messages.
sent those, but that's the time
Okay,
when we
but
were.
why are you asking a woman, can you lick her? Is that
we
what
were
you do when you
separated.
watch
It's been
football?
like a month and some days, odd days.
What happened to beer, wings, and nachos?
I understand, but we were separated. So those are text messages that was in there while we were separated. So I
24
don't
hours, not
classify that.
separation.
I've always been told, if we're separated, we're not together. So whatever I text is whatever I text to anybody else. If we're deciding to get back together and discussing it, I really don't want you, like, I showed it, like, I really didn't do nothing. Of course I text and flirted, but other than that, nothing more.
But here's the thing. How you got the women on standby like that? You done had a fight, and you, on a dime, can turn that thing on and say,
as he leave.
I'm watching the game, let me lick you.
It wasn't just like a week later or something. It's like a whole, like half a month went by, and we wasn't talking, no communication, no nothing. I'm by myself, no
So this is an ongoing relationship with this woman?
No, it's not an ongoing, it's just
He
talking.
said she been harassing him for 3 years, but he begging her.
Ms. Davis, I see that you brought a witness with you. Would you stand up, please, and tell us your name?
Danisha Henry.
Henry.
Yes.
So, what's your relationship to Mr. Henry?
That's my brother.
Oh. That's your brother,
That's my
but
blood
you
brother.
are here as a witness for Ms. Davis.
Basically.
So, what do you know about their relationship?
A little bit of everything, but I try to stay away because he's my brother and it's my friend.
So you know about their relationship, you witnessed it because...
I'll tell her, I've been telling her for a long time.
Don't cry.
Just leave him alone, because if he can't help you and he can't do nothing for you, why mess with him? Why keep doing the same thing over and over? Why keep repeating the same cycle over and over?
So it's hurting you to testify against your own brother.
Because I love him, but I know that Sinitra can do bad by herself. I know that any grown woman can do bad by themselves. They don't need a grown man for them to take care of. If they're not, if you don't have the initiative as a grown man to do for yourself, how will you have the initiative as a grown man to do for your family?
All right. But do you believe your brother is cheating? That's the question.
Yes. From the text messages, it's emotional attachment.
I got you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Henry. If you have a seat.
I think
I
have heard enough evidence.
But can I say,
Nope.
But Your Honor, it's not like I'm always...
I have heard enough evidence. I've heard enough testimony. We have evidence that you have found text messages in his phone where he's texting other women. He's admitted to cheating on you before.
That was with liquor courage. I won't forget that one.
Yeah, and a drunk
and you believe he had sex with another woman when he said he needed to go and be by himself and be asleep, that he was with another woman.
He always is.
And for all these reasons, you think he's cheating. Mr. Henry, you say you're not cheating, and you say if he is cheating, this relationship is over.
It's everything. But, Your Honor, I don't want to seem like I'm always mean. I do motivate him, but it makes it seem like I'm just hard on him. But I do try to motivate him. I do help him. I do applications for him. I do everything. Oh, well.
This court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call licensed and certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please bring in Mr. Platt.
I'm sorry.
You did a polygraph examination of Mr. Henry, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And for the court's record, would you please state your credentials?
Yes, ma'am. I have 30 years experience in the military and law enforcement. I've been a licensed examiner for over 10 years and conducted nearly 3,000 polygraph examinations.
All right, so you've done this a couple of times.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty.
Mr. Henry was asked, did you have physical sexual contact with a woman who was in the house when Ms. Davis came looking for you? What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was telling the truth.
All right, Mr. Henry.
That's a pretty confident look you got on your face.
I know the answer to all of them already. I'm good.
All right. Mr. Henry was asked, have you ever had physical sexual contact with a woman to whom you sent a text saying, can I lick you? What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
You seem confident, but we have one more question. Mr. Henry was asked, since getting back together in September 2017, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than Ms. Davis? What was his response to that question?
He made an admission and stated yes.
So you confessed to cheating. All right, Mr. Henry, tell us about this.
Okay, at that point in time, I was in another state, and I wasn't with her at the time at all.
The question was, have you had sexual intercourse since getting back together in September of 2017?
We wasn't really together. We were talking about getting back together.
He always got an excuse.
We were talking about getting back together. So
All right.
within that time, yeah.
So, Mr. Henry, here's the problem. You have totally eroded the base of trust because you keep jumping in and out of the relationship for whatever reasons. And when you jump out, it's one thing to jump out and say, okay, I'm gonna cool off. But you jump out and jump in bed with somebody else to cool off with. That's never gonna work.
How are they getting your life together, going to school, working, anything? You loving me for
Now,
the
Miss
rest of your
Miss
life.
Davis, no, Miss Davis.
But he always...
Miss Davis, we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, and 1 mouth. We have twice as many ears as we have mouths for a reason. We need to listen more than we talk. Now,
you don't even know when you talking. That's how much you talk. And I would suggest that we have counselors. You need to talk to them long and hard. Moreover, you need to listen even more than you talk so that you can learn how to manage this, because this right here is a runaway train.
you all have been together for 3 years. You are recently married, newlyweds, with the goal of spending your golden years together, but those golden years may be tarnished depending on what happens here today. Am I right, Mr. Eady?
Yo, yeah, you right, John.
All right. Mr. Eady, you brought this case today. Tell me why.
I believe my wife cheating. I think she cheating. There's too many coincidences going on around that house. You know, I'm just tired of it. I ain't crazy.
So we hear about women's intuition. You got a male intuition going on. Something's going on.
Something ain't right in Denmark.
There you go.
All right, Miss Eady, why are you here?
Well, I'm here to prove to him that I am not cheating.
Okay.
I'm very flattered that this 66-year-old woman still catches an eye.
Okay, I ain't mad at you.
But I love you.
Oh. But I'm still saying she cheating. I got to stand on it. I'm going to prove it today.
So, Mr. Eady, you smiling, she's smiling. And I'm thinking y'all think about how it was in the beginning. Tell me about how y'all met.
I met her on a Super Bowl. It was like a Super Bowl Sunday. And I talked to one of my family members. And family member say, hey, I got somebody for you. So I talked to her on the phone, you know, and we was talking, laughing and all. Then we talked for like a whole month. Then she said, well, why don't you come down here to me?
Have you seen her at this point?
No.
Nah, I seen the picture on the phone.
But y'all had not physically met.
No, we didn't physically met, so.
Man, that's a leap of faith right there.
Right, so I sold everything. I got in that car and I came to 3 states. Then I was talking to her on the phone. I said, look, I'm almost there. I'll be there about an hour. She said, well, I gotta go to work in the morning. I see you in the morning. I said, no, you see me tonight, 3 states.
Yeah.
So when I got there, we sit down and talk, so things left on to things. So I laid up there and put the smack down that night, you know?
The smack down.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think I'm old enough for this conversation.
So the next morning, she supposed to go to work, but she knocking on the window at 9 o'clock. I say, well, ain't you supposed to be to work? You know, she said, nah, I have to come back, you know, so.
I had to make sure it was right.
See, look, you see what the smackdown will do for you?
Yeah. Not once.
Yeah, so we talked, got together, then I moved in with her. This is the woman I've been looking for all my life, for real.
All right.
I've never had my family members tell me that I look happier than I've ever been.
Yeah, you had a man drive through 3 states to get to you. You
Wait a minute, drive through 3 states and do the smackdown. So you know she's supposed to be smiling.
Well, now we're too old to wait, you know.
There you go. So what was it like when you first met? When you first got together? I mean, what was it about him that you liked? What was it like in the beginning?
I liked the way he dressed. I mean, you know, I like
He's
to dress.
snappy.
I love to dress. I got to tell this story.
Okay.
Okay. When we first met and we was going shopping, and he likes to ride around in those little cart things.
Okay.
And he got ready to get in that cart. I said, not with me, you're not. I said, you walking. And he's been walking ever since.
All right, so she's making you a better man.
Oh, she did. She made better man, but I'm still saying it's something going on around that house.
Right, because you had this beautiful beginning, this beautiful start to a beautiful relationship, but then you start to see something's going on. What are these warning signs? What did you see?
Okay, the first warning sign is I'm on her turf.
You on her turf?
Yeah. She put on a ringtone. My man calling, so I'm looking at your man calling,
That would be
you
you.
had music. Well, I know it's me, then when we got married, she said, my husband calling. So one day I called, she ran into the phone. I said, what you doing out of breath? I just cleaning the bathroom. Your Honor, I bathroom from here to there in the front room, unless she had to jump over the sofa and the table and run around to be out of breath.
So you're thinking she got this specific ringtone just in case?
When I call, she knows you got to answer that phone. But if it's just a regular ringtone, she ain't got to worry about it. But if my man call it, I got to answer this phone before he thinks something or he knows something.
But in some worlds, I'm just putting it out there.
Right.
In some worlds, that's kind of showing that this particular number is special to me. Like each of my sons had their own ringtone.
Right.
Mr. Cutler has his own ringtone. My best friend has her ringtone.
Right.
That way I know who's calling, and I'm like, this is a call I want to take.
Okay, then tell her to put, will you smell what the Rock is cooking, the smackdown, then.
This man sets up booby traps in the house.
Booby trap?
Booby traps, yes.
Okay, tell me about this.
Okay, the kitchen. At night, he puts like the dish tray in front with the chopping board in front of the door and 2 knives in the door. Let me show you. Okay, here's the chopping board.
Uh-huh.
This is the dish tray.
Uh-huh.
There are the knives.
And so...
And that's a door to your house?
That's the door. That's the French door leading to the basement.
Door to go to my game.
It goes to the basement, and it goes to the outside sun porch.
What?
So if somebody opens the door, what happens?
All of this racket would happen. All of this racket, the knives would fall off, the dishes would fall and break, all of that. It's just...
And he does this how often?
Every night.
Right, but she didn't tell you why.
Night.
Okay, tell me why, because I'm trying to understand.
When we got together and I moved in there with her, about three nights, we got an alarm on the house.
Uh-huh.
Right? The back door alarm go off. She's still laying in bed. I'm jumping up now. I'm in a fresh house. Ain't no ghosts around here. Somebody got a key to come in this door, because I checked that door before we went to bed.
So you thinking another man's coming for the smackdown?
Yep, but them days over with.
The only smackdown is your smackdown.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but we're gonna find out today.
All right. And so what do you think about all this? You go in there and you see all this set up.
I'm just like, whatever. I told him, whatever you want to do, fine. He's got to have it at the front door. When we leave the house, the front door, he takes a little piece of paper and sticks it up in the front door, and he shuts the door. And so when we go in the house and I open the door, that little piece of paper will fall. That way he knows nobody's been in the house.
You putting all his secrets out here today.
Yeah. I learned that off of James Bond. So you can do what you want to do. I'm gonna put the paper up there.
So Miss Eady, you are that suspicious of your wife that she's cheating with somebody that you're going through all these steps just to make sure nobody's coming in and out of your house.
Your Honor, I got proof. How she cheating with putting cellular phones in a wig and everything else. So I'm hearing something go, I'm looking, So I think that she had it in her head, but a few minutes she jumps up. I said, where you going? Boy, that T-shirt running me to the bathroom.
Whatever, I'm gonna reclaim my wig.
So wait a minute, Miss Eady, hold on. Miss Eady, did you ever see her pull a phone out of her wig?
She too slick for that?
Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
But I brought somebody here today to show you better than I could tell you.
So you got a live exhibit?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ron, can you bring in the live exhibit?
Yes, John.
Oh my God.
Yes, I do.
How are you? All right, what we got
Okay.
here?
Now you see them wigs? One of them I call Back to Future. So when I know she put that on, she up to no good.
I'm
So that's
reclaiming
Back
my
to
wigs.
Future.
I'm getting ready to reclaim
So
this wig.
I'm about to show y'all what you could do with a wig. Now this is a telephone into a wig. Right.
Okay.
Right. So if she said, well, hey, I'm going outside somewhere, right? Can you please pull a set of keys out your wig? I'm just showing you what you could do with a wig. Yeah, and I told her about it.
Oh my Lord!
Right, and she
So
she probably got money in there. But she always crying broke.
Miss Eady,
Hey,
Lord have mercy.
I just want to reclaim my wig. That's all I want to do.
So are you wearing your wig?
I haven't worn a wig since we got married. I wore a wig on our wedding, for our wedding, and I haven't put one on since. Look at my wig. Think of my babies.
and so you want to reclaim your wig?
Yes, I do.
All right. So you're trying to get your wigs back. That's not happening. Because he believes you hiding everything but the kitchen under your wig.
Right.
All right, ma'am, thank you so much.
You know.
All right, we haven't had a live demonstration like that, Mr. Color.
Yeah, that's some Pam Griff, Foxy Brown stuff. You pull stuff out of your wig.
Well, he actually believes the James Bond. You know how James Bond turns his shoe into a knife and he takes off his coat and it's a bomb? I mean, he's thinking that's what she's doing.
Now I'm gonna make sure somebody come in that house while I'm not there. I'm gonna find out.
Well, Mr. Eady, let me ask you this. Do you have any other reason to believe that she's cheating?
Yes. So one day we went somewhere, and I said, "Well, you go ahead on to the car," and I have a deck window that I got vines that I can see out, but you can't see in. Can I show you?
Yes. Step to the monitor and show us, please.
All right. So she's walk out the front, and she's over here by the flower bed, right? So it's a certain flower there that's a white flower that I seen her push the stuff out, look like put a key there, like right here.
So that's the
She
close-up
pushed
of
it
what we
back.
were looking at before.
Right.
And you stood there and watched her do this.
Yes, I'm looking out the window
No,
at
Your
her.
Honor,
So,
the average person would have come out and said, "What are you doing?"
no, because I wanted to see who getting this key.
So you think she's leaving the key there for another man?
Yeah.
To do the smackdown.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess my smack ain't down no more. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I want to go back to this planner. Do you know what he's talking about when you were out there in the flower bed?
I'm always out there pulling weeds because I try to keep the flower bed clean. And if I see a weed sticking out, I just go pull it.
So that you
There's
think
no
that's
big
what
deal.
you were doing?
I know that's the only thing I could be doing.
Did you put a key out there?
No.
You're not putting a key out there for that
No.
special someone?
No.
All right.
This is the only special someone I know. And I love him with all my heart.
I love my wife. I really truly do love her, but I just got to find out. I just got to know.
All right, Mr. Cullen, I think we got enough. It's all circumstantial. But here's what we got. He believes his wife is hiding a secret phone, keys, money under her wig. Miss Millie, the wig Miss Millie. He said,
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
He believes she's leaving keys in the planter out in the middle of the yard.
At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Kendall Shull to determine, is she cheating? Round please report Mr. Shull in. Good day, Mr. Shull. How are you?
Good day, Your Honor. Fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
I was privileged to work for the FBI in Washington, D.C. for almost 30 years. I worked foreign counterintelligence, white-collar crime. I advanced through polygraph school until I became chief of the entire FBI's polygraph program. Retired, set up my own practice in Knoxville, Tennessee.
You conducted a polygraph examination on Miss Eady, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
You asked Miss Eady, have you been hiding keys in the planter box to cheat with other men? What was her response to that question?
She said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
It's just weeds, Mr. Eady. It's just weeds. Ain't no keys involved.
All right.
All right, you asked Mrs. Eady, since you've been in a relationship with Mr. Eady, have you had sexual intercourse with any other man? What was her response?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful.
Well, I owe you. Come here. Sorry. I love you.
You all are a lively, vibrant couple. I like that. I like to see that. It gives us hope for our golden years.
Yeah, she's the only one. That's the only person I love. I finally met the woman I love in 50-some years.
And this is my rock.
You know, God brought us together.
All right, well, Mr. Eady, hold up your right hand, turn to Miss Eady, say, I, Fred Eady, promise to stop accusing my wife of cheating with other men. And I promise that you can now start wearing your wigs again.
Start wearing your wigs again.
Thank you.